All right, today we're going to dive into a framework built from the experiences of over 3,500 startup founders. We're going to show you exactly how to flip social media from this chaotic, time-sucking chore into a predictable engine for growth. I have no idea where to start with social. You know, this feeling is so incredibly common, even among the absolute smartest people building world-changing products. They're geniuses at innovation, but when you ask them about social media, they feel completely and utterly lost. And that right there is the heart of the problem we're unpacking today. Founders are masters at building things, but they get so tangled up in the social media maze that it feels like they're just shouting into the void. Well, today we're here to hand you the map. Okay, so you've basically got two ways you can go here. Almost everyone starts on the left, chasing that one viral hit. It's a total lottery ticket, unpredictable, rare, and it just kills your momentum. But the founders who actually win consistently, they're over on the right. They stop gambling and start building a predictable, repeatable machine. And these are the exact habits that make you feel like you're just spinning your wheels. First, you've got the platform trap. You know, you jump on TikTok because it's hot, but your real B2B customers are all hanging out on LinkedIn. Then there's what I call post and ghost. You drop this amazing piece of content, and then poof, you're gone. You do nothing with it. It's just chaos. Okay, but it's not all doom and gloom. Not at all. Because after digging through what all those founders were doing, a super clear, repeatable pattern for success started to emerge. And this was the big aha moment. It's called the amplification pattern. And I really want to drive this home. This isn't some theory somebody cooked up. This whole thing is built on what actually worked for 3,500 real-world early-stage startups. It's all data, zero guesswork. So what was the one thing that every single one of these fast-growing founders had in common? It wasn't some secret hack. It wasn't just blind luck. It was this relentless, almost obsessive focus on finding what connected with people and then just hammering it home, amplifying it over and over and over again. So let's talk about amplification, because this is the engine that drives the whole system. The big idea here is it's not about creating more content. It's about making the content you already created work 5, even 10 times harder for you. You're basically turning one great post into what we call a reach monster. And this right here, this is the mindset shift. It is absolutely everything. You have to stop asking, how do I go viral? Instead, start asking, how do I get in front of my exact niche every single day with something valuable that they literally can't get anywhere else? That question changes the entire game.
This video is brought to you by WoopSocial, the all-in-one social media tool that saves you time and skyrockets your growth. Stop wasting hours posting manually. With WoopSocial, you can schedule, publish, and track performance across every platform, all from one simple dashboard. Whether you're a creator, brand, or agency, WoopSocial helps you stay consistent, reach more people, and grow faster, automatically. Don't wait. Join thousands of smart marketers and start free today at WoopSocial.com.
Okay, that all sounds great in theory, right? But how do you actually do it? Let's get into the nuts and bolts. We're going to break this down into a super simple 5-step workflow that you can literally start using this week. All right, here's the whole playbook. Step 1, you create one piece of content that only you could possibly make. Step 2, you go find where your people actually hang out online. No guessing. Then step 3, you build a real plan to amplify that single piece of content. Step 4, you see what worked and you double down on it hard. And the last step, number 5, you turn this into a sustainable weekly habit that doesn't burn you out. That's it. That's how you turn chaos into a machine. So what does that amplification plan, step 3, actually look like? Let me show you. See, on day 1, you post your main article, along with maybe a Twitter thread and a LinkedIn post. You don't just post and ghost. A couple days later, you reshare it with a new hook. Then it goes to your email list. Then you share it in relevant communities. Look at that. One single blog post is now powering an entire week of marketing. That's leverage. Okay, so building the system, that's half the battle, for sure. But the other half is knowing what not to do. It's about sidestepping all those common traps that just totally derail you, even with the best intentions. And it's wild. Something like 90% of founders fall into at least one of these traps. I mean, look at this list. Chasing viral posts, trying to be on every platform at once, publishing without amplifying. These are just absolute momentum killers. If you just manage to avoid these, you're already way ahead of the competition. And this chart, wow, this chart says it all. This is probably the single biggest mistake founders make. Just look at that split. All their time, like 90% of it, goes into creating new stuff. And only a tiny little sliver, maybe 10%, goes to amplifying what already worked. That's like building a Ferrari and then forgetting to put gas in the tank. It's just not going anywhere. So what does it feel like when you actually do this? When you flip the switch from that kind of chaos to a real repeatable system? Honestly, the change is night and day. You go from all that stress and just guessing what to do to having a clear roadmap. Your engagement isn't a random lottery anymore. It starts to grow, predictably. And social media stops being this black hole that just sucks up all your time and becomes one of your best ways to actually get new customers. Imagine that. And really, that's the whole point, isn't it? It stops being this awful chore on your to-do list and turns into your secret weapon, your competitive edge, something that works for you 24/7, even when you're sleeping. So, if you remember one thing from all of this, let it be this. The real wins, the ones that last, they come from steady, smart amplification. It's not about one-off gambles. Because in the long run, a good system will beat blind luck every single time. So I'm going to leave you with one final question to think about. Because whatever your answer is, that is the fuel for your entire growth machine. What is that one story, that one insight, that bit of data that only you can share? Figure that out. Because that's where you start.